Oh shit.
I can't pay you. Venmo is blocked me because I sent Daniel a $1 million Venmo, but I'm wasting my guy. Fuck.
Como es un Apple, yo tengo un Apple.
Yeah.
Wires that were installed incorrectly. They were not shielded wires when they were installed. That guy was just like, you know.
everybody.
32.
Once you touch the dial, you see it's matchmaking.
Oh, that's good. Where are you from? Oh, okay. Well, hello. My sister's
you
son. I'm gonna grab my life you. You've been dressed up. All right.
And great.
And I was like,
How petty.
No, get a great picture of them inside their clothes.
Well, I need to see because I can't see the sign.
We are going to do a lot of food, medical, interesting houses, the news part, which is spelled NEWS, from something